Welcome, cartoonists. We've got another challenge. As you might expect, again, we're drawing something that probably has never been seen before. We're making these up as we go along, all of us. This is a request for a monkey on inline skates. I'm enjoying these mad ideas we're coming up with, or that you're coming up with, and it's good to find good ways of drawing them and drawing something that nobody else is coming up with. So here's the start. It's an M shape. As usual, we're using letters, a nice curvy M shape. And in the middle, well, of these little hoops here, we're having two big dots. And that's like the nostrils and the nose of the monkey. We're having a curve come up this side, just overlapping that line a little bit. And again on the other side. So that's the top of its mouth. That's just above its mouth. It's a challenge, this one. I hope you're going to keep up. So it's a happy monkey, so I've got a bit of a smile going on. And that looks like a frog or something at the moment. So it doesn't look like a monkey at all, but just stick with it and it will. So up and into the middle, big N shape, and next to it, same again. And just by those nostrils there, we're going to end that second eye. Those are the eyes. And if you start with that M shape for the nostrils, it's a good way of starting to draw a monkey. Now we're going to draw the top of the head. Okay, so we're just going to have great big, again, another big N shape. Looking slightly more like a monkey now. Now, up, and we're going to come down in the middle there and back down again. And yes, again, another M shape. We're just working on these letters all the time. And we're going to shade that in later at the top of the head. A simple eye, just a round shape, leaving a little bit for the shiny bit of the eyes. And it's definitely starting to look more like a monkey than a frog now, I think. You've got all those different shapes there. They're very similar curvy shapes. So we're going to work on the ears. Nice big C shape. This monkey's got quite big ears. Oh, there's so many different types. This is like a mixture of all sorts of monkeys. And another smaller shape, very similar on the inside. And when it comes to colouring, you can make that a nice pink or something inside that ear. So just to make it more silly, I'm going to put its tongue sticking out. And all it is, it's like a long U shape coming down there and back up. So that tongue is going to be sticking out of its mouth. Line down the middle like that, line down the middle of your tongue. And now we're getting ready for the mouth. Hope you're keeping up. Pause if you can't. That's the open mouth. That's not the chin. It could be. You could leave it at that, but that's an open mouth because the actual chin is quite a bit deeper. We're going to make it quite a deep chin shape. Starting from there again, it goes behind the tongue, down nice and deep, and back up. And that is your monkey's face. I look forward to seeing what your monkey looks like. So if you got that far with me, we're going to start working on the body now. There's a little shoulder there, just visible. Underneath the tongue maybe. They're quite long arms, so we're going to work our way down. And this is the arm on the other side. So I've kind of drawn half an arm there, so we're going to follow that line. Little elbow there if you like. And just continue that line. Really long arms on this monkey for swinging in trees. And short legs for just climbing on branches. So we've got one arm going up, one arm going down. And this is the chest. That's the main body. We don't have to draw a lot of body on this monkey. It's more to do with the long arms. Just a little body there. We'll follow that line of that arm down. and we'll follow that line of the arm up. So it's trying to keep its balance on these inline skates. So a really simple way of doing hands. We've done these before on workshops, but if you're doing it for the first time, it's basically that shape and a shorter one at the bottom. That's the thumb, a finger and the thumb. If you can do that, it's a really simple way of drawing hands, because we just put two similar shapes behind like that, and it looks like it's fingers hiding behind that first finger. Again, a long finger there, and underneath a shorter thumb. And if you watch me again here, I'm just doing little lines behind, and it looks like the fingers hiding behind that main finger. And we're just trying to keep it as simple as possible. Now its back is going down into its leg. It's got really short legs. So there's the front of its leg. So just two lines going down. We're keeping this really, really simple, because it's quite a complicated cartoon really, with all this movement. At the bottom, we're going to draw a very simple sort of boot on the inline skate. Little curves and a nice line to finish off at the bottom. Underneath, I'm just going to put 3 wheels. Just 3 circles will be fine. Some little dots in the middle for the centre of the wheels. I know they wouldn't work very well as skates, but it's a good cartoon way of drawing the wheels. Don't see much of the leg because it's hidden behind the body, the leg on the other side. So just a short couple of lines. And again, similar to what you did before, little boot shape there, close it underneath. And then we're ready for some more wheels, just 3. You can do more if you want, if you think it looks better. But I'm just doing 3 circles underneath for the wheels and some dots in the middle. If you want to add any detail, like a bit of Velcro on there or a little strap, you can do. And when it comes to colouring, make these any colours that you want. There's my shading. It's on the ground, it's going kind of fast, trying to keep the balance. And there's some little lines just to show a bit more movement, like the hands are waving around, it's wobbling a little bit, could go over at any second. So obviously just trying out. Should be wearing a helmet really, but I wanted to see those monkey ears. On the chest, I'm going to do a different tone of colour or different shading, so just put a little patch on its chest, and then we can work our way through the shading and colours as we go along. There's some little go faster stripes, just to show a little bit of speed. Maybe a couple of drips of sweat, or flying out of his mouth, who knows. Now one thing I did forget nearly is the tail. So if you draw whichever shape you want of the tail, however curvy you want it, just do 1 line. Okay, if you just do 1 line in any shape that you want and then follow it exactly, or exact as you can, and then you've got a bit of width to the tail, and just close that end with a little rounded shape. So we're looking pretty good. I'm going to put something in the background in a minute, but don't forget to sign your work. You've always got to keep it signed. And keep it. Keep all your efforts, even if you don't think it turned out very well. Here's something for the background. Straight line. A couple of lines going up. And this is a little half pipe in the background that somebody's going to be doing a trick on, because I've seen inline skaters do crazy stuff on these half pipes. So there, it's got like square edges and a U shape in the middle, and that's an easy way to draw a half pipe that skateboarders and BMXers use. I'm just putting a little silhouette. I've got a little bit closer here. There's the head, there's the body, there are the arms. It's upside down. Okay. And if you want to add any little details like some fingers or some hair, it's only a silhouette. So no big detail here. It's just to add a little bit of comedy. We've done it before. I think we did it with the pig or the koala. I can't remember now. Some little wheels on the bottom of that skateboard, some hair, and that just adds a little bit of something funny going on in the background. And it just gives your cartoon that little bit of extra interest to the person who looks at it. So just shading now. If you've got your coloured pencils, it can be a purple, blue, pink, brown, whichever colour you want. Just go crazy with it. Don't worry about getting it how it should look or how you think it should look or how David Attenborough says it should look. Just do it how you think and give it a name. Just have a play with it. Doesn't matter. And give us a thumbs up if you're liking these videos, because I like to know you're out there and I like to know that you're enjoying it. And leave any comments if there's something really mad that you'd like to draw, because I like using your imagination. I like the challenges myself. And we work on it all together, because when I'm working on this, I'm thinking about you lot working on it as well. And I feel as though we're a big gang of people drawing cartoons together, and I really, really enjoy it. That tongue would probably be pink if I had some coloured pencils, which one day I will. I'll show you some stuff with my coloured pencils. Probably not as good as yours. So if you want, even if you're shading with one colour, say purple for instance, press on a little bit harder for around the ears and the top of the head, then shade a little bit lighter with the same colour. Just don't press on as hard, just lighten it up a little bit. You can get so many different shades with one pencil, just depending on how heavy you press on the tip of that pencil. And if you've got a black or a dark pencil, dark grey or black pencil, just don't forget to add a little bit of shading to add some 3D to it. It's always good to see your work and see how you're developing as cartoonists, like this. Look at the flames coming off those inline skates. And look at this scary guy. He stood face on. It looks like he means business. Well, I hope you enjoyed the cartoon workshop. Please join us for tomorrow's, and I look forward to us all drawing together again. Give us a thumbs up, leave a crazy comment, and I'll see you tomorrow.